なるほどな。
الحديث عن أنه قطر على مستوى هذا الاختصاص تتطور شيئا فشيئا كابتن.
احنا
قلنا لا نحبذ كثيرا دول الخليج أو المنطقة هذا السنوكر والبلياردينج.
احنا ابطال، احنا عندنا بطل، احنا ابطال، عندنا 4 اسيا، ابطال العراق، ابطال الخليج، عندنا 8 اسيا، يعني الحمد لله عندنا انجازات حلوه في السنوكر.
واضح على كل. ننتظر ربما الالتحاق بالزميل وسام كرنيب. تحدثنا فقط عن ثنائي، قلنا بشار حسين الذي ضمن التأهل إلى الدور الثاني في المركز الثاني في انتظار علي العبيد. قلت كنا نتأمل ما هو أفضل. فيما تمثلت المشاركة القطرية في كم من لاعب؟ ما هي الطموحات أو طموحات الاتحاد القطري في هذه البطولة، وما هي النتائج التي سجلت إلى حدود هذا التوقيت؟ تأهل فقط لاعبين.
احنا عندنا 6 لاعبين كنا مشاركين، 6 لاعبين مصنفين على مستوى الاتحاد. احنا نعمل بطولات رانكينج كل شهرين تقريبا، مصنفين ال6 الاوائل هم شاركوا في البطوله هذه. كان طموحنا اقل شيء نتاهل 4 لاعبين، يعني اقل حاجه، لكن اللاعبين ما حالفهم الحظ، يمكن وانصدموا في بدايه مجموعات مع لاعبين
مجموعات قويه نوعا ما، يعني نتحدث عن اسماء من طراز ثقيل جدا في هذا الاختصاص. شكرا جزيلا كابتن يعقوب فخرو. اذا على كل سننتظر مباراه ختاميه اعتقد، ومتابعه اعتقد بين المدرسه الصين تايبي كابتن،
بين الصين وتايلاند
وتايلاند. يعني من هو الافضل
أبطال.
يعني من المدارس؟
ابطال،
يعني صعب اننا نتكهن.
ابطال اثنينهم ابطال. الصين جايه بقوه بعد توقف 4 سنوات، جايه تنافس او جايه تاخذ ذهب وتروح. نعم. مش جايه يعني مجرد مشاركه. وتايلاند هم ابطال اذا، فصعب التكهن في البطوله.
ابرز مدرسه كابتن في اعتقادك تتواجد هنا من خلال الاسماء التي المشاركه من 86 لاعب
الفتره الاخيره؟ يعني خلينا نتكلم ايران، الصين، الهند،
هذا الثلاثي.
نعم.
وما الذي يميز الامتياز على مستوى هذه اللعبة كابتن؟ يعني التدريبات هل هي يومية؟ ماذا تتطلب؟ ما هي أبرز المهارات ربما التي تتطلبها هذه اللعبة؟
هي أكيد يعني تهيئ الأجواء المناسبة للاعب، عدد الساعات اللي تكفي اللاعب للتمرين، مدربين على مستوى، اللاعب هو نفسه يكون عنده طموح انه هو يوصل للمستوى اللي يبغيه، مجرد مشاركه فقط.
نعم، شكرا جزيلا كابتن يعقوب فخر. إذا مباشرة نتواصل ومتابعة لمباريات أو مباراة ختامية لحساب الدور الأول. أذكر السادة المشاهدين تأهل كل من الكابتن علي العبيدلي وبشار حسين. بشار حسين في المركز الثاني، علي العبيدلي في انتظار النتيجة الأخيرة، ربما قد يتأهل علي العبيدلي أول المجموعة. مباشرة إلى المباراة.
أعزائي المشاهدين، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. معلقكم حسن صنك من اتحاد القطري للرياضة السكر لتغطية آسيا الدورة 38. بعد لحظات إن شاء الله ننتظر بداية المباراة من طرف الحكم الهندي. طبعا المباراة ستجمع بين اللاعبين. اللاعب دينغ هاو من تشاينا، أعلى بريك عنده في التمارين 147 147. في البطولات حقق أعلى بريك 140. واللاعب جونغراك بوندو من تايلاند حقق في البطولات 117 بريك، أعلى بريك في التمارين 131. مثل ما قلنا سيدات المشاهدين أو السادة المشاهدين، الحكم الهندي باركاش 20 سنة خبرة في البطولات الدولية العالمية، 25 سنة في آسيا والهند، حاصل على الشارة الذهبية في الدرجة الأولى الانترناشونال. أتمنى لهم التوفيق إن شاء الله بإذن الله. ولحظات إن شاء الله يعني الحكم على بداية المباراة إن شاء الله بإذن الله. هم يتنافسون على الأول في المجموعة ليتأهل مباشرة لدور 16 بدون ما يلعب إقصائيات الأدوار المقبلة. فنتمنى إن شاء الله لكم متعة، فرجة ممتعة في هذه المباراة بين هالأبطال الصاعدين. حاليا اللاعبة إن شاء الله بيستعدون على الدخول إن شاء الله لانطلاق المباراة.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last session of the BOONROD League of this CCBS Asian Championship 2023. And I'd like to know six matches are being played in this session. On table number 1, we have HAOHUI from Vietnam and Muhammad Al-Amin from Bangladesh. Referees Ayman Aloui from Morocco. On table number 4, we have Tamir Al-Masri from Jordan and Yazdan Al-Hadath from Syria. From India. Table number 7, we have Mohammed Al-Badli from Qatar. And on the TV table, let me introduce the referee first. From India, Prakash Tarotra. First player on this table, DENG HAOHUI from China. And his opponent, JONGRAK from Thailand. For the matches, best of 7 frames, good luck all the players.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Qnb Asian Snooker Championships of 2023. The host nation, Qatar Doha, played at Qatar Snooker Federation. Welcome, my special guest, Michael Giorgio. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's looking like a great match lined up today. I believe both players have won all of their matches so far in the group, so now they're playing for the top spot. Should be an interesting encounter.
Well, DENG has got the experience on the TV table. I have commentated on this earlier match yesterday. For me, contender for the title.
Yeah, there's a good few excellent players out there. I've been watching all week, and Thailand and China are both producing some amazing talents. So it'd be very, very interesting to see who comes out on top during this early safety exchange.
Well, with the safety, it would be fair to say it is a tactical battle straight away. And what we've seen in today's performance is the highest breaks of the tournament so far. 130 and 127 on the TV table. He will go for this. I started to watch his game and study his cue action. He has a weakness. It's the opening game. He tends to try so hard. He makes human errors. And the answer to that is, Mike, it's the occasion. Representing your country at the age of 20 years old.
Yeah, I think JONGRAK got a little bit fortunate with the safety exchange early on. It went wrong for him and left being a testing mid-range pot. It's always a little bit edgy during the first frame, so JONGRAK will be happy to be at the back of the table so soon.
What a shot that is for your opening red for the TV table, Mike. Fantastic shot.
Yeah, he's cued that very, very well. I'm surprised they didn't actually play safe at that point, but he'll be very happy to see that red disappear into the pocket. Hasn't left himself anything too straightforward, so I imagine he'll be rolling up behind a bulk colour, just trying to work out which one would be best for him.
And if you've just joined us on the TV table, I would like to say, Mike, it's been an amazing setup by Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation to bring the home state, or has he just made it? Yes, it's okay. And it's been an amazing setup by Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job with the setup of this arena, and everybody has played their part in creating this amazing event. And according to the players, they've been enjoying competing this week so far, especially the ones that are still in the competition and winning. Yeah, it was a strange shot selection just to take on that yellow and leave himself a long red. I know these players are both young, so there may be some shots creeping in where, maybe an experienced player would play something a little bit different. But it's nice to see them both attacking their game and trying to make their mark early on.
Competition break is 117. His practice is 131. Then we go to, and he's aged at 22 in Thailand. And then we go to DENG, age 20 in China. Tournament highest break is 135, followed by 124 in practice. So both players are capable of getting high breaks.
Yes, I'm sure they're aged around the same kind of age, so they'll probably be aware of each other. Maybe they may have met before in competition during one of the IBSF events. But they won't want to give any early chances to their opponent.
Well, the safety's gone wrong, and it would be fair to say, Mike,
He's been very fortunate there with the cue ball staying over the pocket. That's probably the safest part of the table. He could have left the cue ball. Not an easy shot, this.
There seems to be a lot of misfortune and good fortune on the TV table recently on the matches, and it's been a roller coaster ride for the players. As we see the red go in there, what a beautiful shot there by Ding.
Yeah, he's cued that very, very well. Kept the body still. Delivered the cue straight through it, and he's nicely poised on the black. It looks like he'll be... I don't think he can develop the reds from this angle. He'll need to be digging very low into the cue ball, so I imagine we'll be seeing him play up the table towards the red near the bulk colours.
There's the white. He's managed to hit the jewel. I've seen a lot of misfortune already, Mike, in today's performances.
I think that's gone slightly wrong catching the draw. I think he was playing to leave the red into the middle pocket. But again, he's probably still trying to work out how the table's playing. Again, doesn't want to play any courageous safety shots, just wants to keep this nice and tight. First frame is always the most important. It allows you to settle for the match completely. Even though both players would have been warming up on this table, they'll still want to get an early lead and apply that pressure early on to their opponent.
The tactical battle, Mike, is my favourite part of the game. The strategy. I prefer the tactical battle than the potting ability. What do you prefer, Mike?
I think I have a good appreciation for both aspects of the game. I think we need the potting side of the game, otherwise we'll be here all day.
Exactly. Wow, that's a great safety shot there. I'd like to say congratulations to you, Mike, and to Mike Russell. We have news for you. The Qatar player, Bashar, known as the Golden One, has qualified for his group. Congratulations.
Yes, this morning he had to win his final group match to gain qualification against a great player from Palestine, and he fell behind early on in the match, but he dug deep and prevailed in the end. We're very happy to see Bashar go through in this group, and he's joined by Ali Al-Obaidli, a home favourite who's been playing very well all week. He's currently leading his final group match 3-2, so he'll be looking to secure a high seeding for the knockout stages.
Congratulations to Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation. Well, as we see here, Deng's got to make a nice safety shot. And looking at the table, the official table is a Raka Classic M1. Congratulations for the official table, Araka. Safety shot here. He's taking his time. He's going to get it right. Yeah, he's just fortunate there, Mike. Just thin kissed it more than what I wanted. Replay. He's just caught it and avoided the double kiss.
Yeah, I think he'll be very happy to see that cue ball coming up, back up towards the bulk area. A double kiss would have left the cue ball down there in amongst the scoring area. And yeah, JONGRAK's got a... needs to manoeuvre the white a little bit. Doesn't want to leave this red on to the right hand side of the table. But that does look a little bit short, and DENG will definitely be having a go at this.
One thing I like about DENG, watching him play already on the TV table, after the first game, his potting goes to consistency, and he doesn't seem to miss. As we watch the red go in with force, he's starting to feel comfortable already, Mike. Yeah,
that was an excellent strike. Perfect opening red. He's manoeuvred the white around the back of the pack, and he has this long blue. Again, this isn't too straightforward. Just needs one good pot, and doesn't want to be touching that brown either. So I'd count this as a good, excellent opportunity to get in front in the frame and just apply a bit more pressure onto his opponent.
That's a very nice replay there of the blue going in. So the table is running very nice. And already I've just seen something, Michael. DENG has slowed down his rhythm. Yesterday he was very quick.
Yeah, I think that was it wasn't a straightforward positional shot there. He's played it excellently, using the second red to change the direction of the cue ball. We're very happy with that, the way that has turned out in the end. I believe he's on the black, so he hasn't got a straightforward red that he can go for. He may even be tempted by taking this blue into the corner, just to stay on that red closest to it.
A comfortable blue there, Mike. Once again. This is the first time I've seen DENG being comfortable at the table in the first game.
Yeah, another excellent strike. One thing these young Chinese players are good at, and that's making sure they sustain their amazing techniques. I don't think I've ever seen a bad technique on a Chinese player, and it's amazing the work they do over there, developing new talents year upon year. And it's always nice to have a strong technique to rely on, especially in a pressured situation.
So he's definitely taking his time, and he's being very clinical, Mike, in his approach towards the first game to steady him. It's very, as you said earlier, it's very important to be one frame up in the best of 7 and to qualify for your group at number 1 seed and put you through in a comfortable position.
I think he spotted a plant in the pack there. I saw him looking at it before he took the blue one, and he was looking at this kind of area, so I think he's landed exactly where he wanted it. But I don't think it's straight, dead set. I think he needs to create it.
You're right, Mike, but where's the white?
Yeah, that is a little bit careless. I mean, it's amazing that he spotted the plant there, but just needed to be a little bit more careful with where the cue ball is travelling to, and he has sent a red up into bulk, so should be. I think he's given the advantage to JONGRAK. Yeah.
Well, this red is a very difficult red, Mike, to hold it for your first shot. He's got a golden opportunity here. Let's see what happens. Wow, he's potted that perfect, Mike.
Yes, that was nice and cued. Again, he's another player that's got an amazing technique. His body doesn't move at all as he's striking the cue ball. Just looking to see where he can play next. Doesn't seem too straightforward. As we see, can't take on the black there, which would be ideal. So I imagine he'll be playing blue. Maybe he'll be trying to disturb some of the reds actually. We'll need to be digging down. So I don't think anything goes straight away.
Well, Mike, he's gone through there. Is he on there to the corner? Let's have a look. I think he might be okay. But the power he generated in the cue ball to go back into that angle with the cluster. That's very good. He's cueing very well, Mike, already. We've got a cracker of a game.
Yeah, that blue was struck perfectly. Just the two cushion top spin into the cluster. Maybe they could have opened a little bit better for him. He still has a lot of work to do here, but he is the right side of the blue. I imagine he'll be dropping through for the red above the two reds at the bottom. If he lands on that perfectly, he may be able to bring the black into play at this point.
And congratulations to Qatar Billiard Federation for joining forces with Outcast TV. We are broadcasting all over the world. And right now, these two young men are putting on a fantastic performance in the opening frame. And for me, Mike, I think you're right. The talent of these two young men is a very high standard.
I've just seen that shot go slightly wrong there for JONGRAK. I think he wanted to miss those reds coming up for the blue, but he still does have a shot on. He may be able to just drop this in dead weight and a natural angle will bring him back down.
Oh, misfortune, Mike. It's come again. As we watch the white go in, we've watched the blue and the green go in. Misfortune has happened on this table time and time again.
Yeah, that's extremely unlucky. Yeah. And that blue wasn't easy as well. He couldn't actually do anything with the cue ball, so that was the natural path. So he's played it perfectly, but just caught the green a little bit too thin. So
That's a good shot, Mike. Oh, he's potted it. He certainly didn't go for that, Mike.
no, I think the red going in doesn't actually change the shot too much. He looks snookered in that position. With that red dropping in, then can just make the shot just that little bit more difficult for JONGRAK, and he's got all reds in the open here. This will be a very difficult escape to not leave DENG in with another opportunity off the back of this shot. I think most players tend to try to come in from the black cushion and nestle up to a red. Doesn't want to leave it, but this is not. I'm trying to see an escape he can play, but this may need to be a hit and hope.
Well, it's not just hitting the red, Mike. He doesn't want to leave anything on. Even though the scores are 32 plays 20, he doesn't want to leave this on. I feel that this is very difficult. He's left it on, Mike. He didn't want that.
Yeah, he's left two balls on here. He may be tempted to take the red that's below the pink. JONGRAK done excellent to escape that snooker, but I think he'd rather have missed it and not left his opponent on with a shot. And this is a great opportunity for DENG to take this opening frame.
I've been very impressed watching DENG play on the TV table in the previous session, and I've seen a big difference in DENG. He has completely slowed down at the table. He's more methodical and more precise in what he's actually doing. Having said that, he hasn't come up high enough for the black.
Yeah, that's gone wrong. That was an excellent opportunity to put this first frame away. He still does command the lead. I can't see him attempting this black on. It just seems a little bit too risky for him, so we may see him just play the snooker behind it. And there he goes. He's still applying that pressure to JONGRAK. Even when it goes wrong, he still manages to turn a negative shot into a positive one. And again, JONGRAK, this isn't easy to escape the snooker and leave the shot safe for his opponent.
Well, he's missed it, Mike, but he's left it to the middle. Now, DENG has played many shots into the middle on this table, and he's missed a few of them. But he knows one thing: he's got to hit it with pace, or it won't be going in. So nicely done there. Back into contention for this frame. And you are right, Mike. It's very important to win the first frame.
Yes, and as we see that black disappear, he just needs one more red in the colour to leave his opponent needing snookers during this opening frame. I like his tempo. I like the way he's very relaxed yet confident. Delivers a kick. He doesn't move even on the slow motion replay. His body just does not move at all. Just ensures every shot is a clean strike.
Well, that's an excellent shot there, Mike. As you can see, the red's in the open to take the frame.
Yes, with that red disappearing, I believe JONGRAK won't be coming back to the table. We'll see DENG go 1-0 ahead, taking firm control of this one. I still believe this match is far from over. I believe there could be twists and turns ahead over strong players, but DENG it looks like he's got that upper hand, whether it's because of experience or. But both have excellent techniques, and you know, if you're watching this, then you're in for a treat.
Absolutely, Mike. This table is full of drama. I've seen it time and time again. However, DENG is playing the best I've seen him play on the TV table. So stay with us for a thriller. I'm sure there's going to be more spills, Mike.
I see what you mean in terms of this young man being a contender for the tournament, he definitely has the technique for it. But there's many good players in this event, so the knockout stages start tomorrow. It'll be a very interesting watch, I assure you.
And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the first frame is gone, and that has to go down as one of the fastest frames. So I'd like to say, Mike, congratulations on being one of the coaches here for Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation. Well done with the Qatar team. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Qnb Asian Snooker Championships of 2020-23. Your host nation, Qatar Doha, played at Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation. My special guest, Michael Giorgio.
Yes, thank you, Paul. For those of you who have just joined us, we've just seen quite a comfortable opening frame for DENG HAOHUI of China. Played some very, very mature snooker, and he's been keeping JONGRAK at bay, not giving him too many easy chances. But yeah, no, very impressed with the way he's playing, the way his tempo, and even his shot selection is very experienced for someone of such a young age.
Well, we talk about young age. He's a young man representing his country from China, and I've watched him already play on the TV table, and this is the best I've seen him play. He's playing with lots of confidence. It's like a new man out there, knowing that if he wins this game, he becomes ranked number 1 in his group.
Yeah, what's an excellent point that was from JONGRAK. Was lefted with a tempting long shot. This young man must have a lot of self-belief in his technique. As missing that, he would have left them within a great scoring opportunity. But this will be the first time JONGRAK's in and amongst the balls comfortably. So it should be interesting to see how he manoeuvres and constructs this break moving forward. He'll be looking to do this first visit. He doesn't want them coming back to the table too soon.
I know it's early, Mike. We've seen it already. We saw it with Ali O'Bailey. 8 reds, 8 blacks. And the highest break of the tournament was 130 and the second is 127, both on this table. And are we, I know it's early, but is this a possible high break, Mike?
Yeah, I think it's a bit too early to be calling any maximum shots. Or still do see a couple of reds to the side of the pack still going to the middle. JONGRAK will be looking to open this pack of reds as soon as possible, but he doesn't actually need to. He can just control this, pick off the loose reds. But I think the way he's digging down, he's feeling good about this shot. And that is an excellent shot right there. Very, very missable. He's got through that perfectly, and he's controlled the white amazingly well as well. And still, I know you called it earlier, and I thought it was too early, but I think now's a good time to say you could see a possible 147 attempt on.
So you're coming into the way I'm thinking, and I'm learning from you the best.
Yeah. Although there is a red that's gone into the vault cush area, so we'll see how it unfolds. I think JONGRAK will be just looking to secure the frame. I won't be thinking about 147s just yet.
Of course. But it's nice to see this young man, JONGRAK, come in, loads of confidence. He's 1-0 down. He knows his opponent's playing very well. And all of a sudden, he has brought his best game forward. He has got the angle to get back down to the black, Mike.
I'm trying to think if he's just overrun that cue ball slightly. I think he was playing on the red to the side of the pack. He just wanted to come past that. Yeah, from that angle we can see he's not on anything, and he cannot see that red in the bulk area. So I feel like we'll see just a little containing safety.
Is he looking at the plant, Mike?
I mean, that is a testing shot right there. He'll be, if he takes that one, that will be sheer frustration, I believe.
Well, there's no high break this time around, but it just goes to show, Mike, they're not afraid to go for it.
Yeah, JONGRAK will be disappointed he couldn't score more in that visit. He did an amazing job getting into the frame with that amazing long red and opening the pack up from the black. But yeah, this game is very unpredictable. Everything could look perfect 1 second, and then it just takes one careless shot for everything to go wrong. But yes, DENG will be very happy to be in this frame still.
DENG has got a weakness. He tends to miss the easy ones.
So I think he's just looking to see the path of the cue ball where it'll be travelling to. He does have some traffic there he may be running into. If he catches this red wrong, there's the black on the bottom cushion, and possibly the red just above that. He wants to avoid. He'll be looking to get the cue ball back somewhere around the green area where it is now. He needs to hit this right.
Wow, he's hit that jewel, but unfortunate.
Yeah, I think he wanted to hit that a lot thicker. He's completely misjudged that shot. I'm not sure if he's got away with it. He hasn't left anything too straightforward, and they wanted to construct something solid and creative here. If he's to land on a colour, we may just see another safety shot here. If but it depends how he's feeling.
And that's the weakness, Mike, we were talking about. I saw it on the first debut, the TV table session. DENG has this tendency, it was a little bit difficult, but for DENG's potting ability, he should have been okay. And that's allowed the opponent to come in.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, he must have great belief in his ability. That was an extremely difficult shot. I think he could have just waited, been a little bit more patient, just play a good solid safety shot and let your opponent earn his way back into the set. But he's gifted JONGRAK with an opportunity here to level the score. The Reds are perfectly poised, he doesn't need to develop anything. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares. The first frame's always the most difficult to win, so JONGRAK will need to be focused here. Not rush anything.
All of a sudden JONGRAK's coming back again, Mike. Break building. Looking very comfortable out there.
So I'm just trying to see if the pink spot is actually available. I think he'll be going on to the black once this disappears. We shall see where the referee spots it.
It's making it look very easy because of the hard work and motivation he's done over the years. With any player, they tend to make it look easy.
Yeah, see the pink going on its own spot has just made things a little bit more difficult. As we see the black is off its spot. And now really there's only the bulk colours that he has to work with. However, it's not easy manoeuvring the white up and down the table every two shots, and I'll be wanting to open these reds a little bit more just to free the pink.
Settled for the long red, Mike. He's been getting these consistency. Maybe hold for the black. Just come through. Yeah, he's moved there, Mike. Not too sure what happened there. Let's have a look.
He's just slightly dragged the shot. He hasn't struck it cleanly. Again, when you're dragging shots, you're applying spin, which is then losing effect before it strikes the object ball and can change direction. So again, DENG will be extremely happy with this opportunity that's been presented. He is behind in this frame, but there's more than enough points on this table. He just needs to work out how he's going to get this black on the spot and onto the next red. It's looking fairly straight here, so I imagine we'll see a deep screw back shot off one cushion, perhaps.
The reason why he's came off his cue action there, he knows how important this black is. He can't afford to miss it because he will be on a red. It's not a very easy shot by any means. Played that well, Mike.
Yeah, that's excellent. He struck there, and I think he's landed perfectly on this red. If it passes the black into the right hand corner pocket, he'll be able to clear the black spot completely, and you know that's when the real break building opportunities come from. Yeah, and he's played that perfectly well, and now this is looking like DENG his favourite for the frame.
Even though he's behind Mike, remember the area I talked about earlier, the human error by missing the easy ones. He needs to focus and slow down and be more methodical, more precise, more clinical to stop that human error coming in.
Yeah, he's just landing a little bit short there on the bottom of the power. He's pulled out a tremendous recovery shot.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he could not have struck that any better.
At that pace as well, Mike, is we're in for a cracker of a match here. I'm starting to enjoy the potting area. I do love the safety aspect, but right now we are witnessing joyful potting.
Yeah, so the way the Reds are positioned right now, if he plays on the lowest red in the cluster, he will be clearing paths for another 1 or 2 reds. So he doesn't actually need to work any clusters or make any development kinds of shots. He just needs to keep a good cue ball and position the white exactly where he wants it, and then we should be seeing a clear favourite for this match if he's able to do that.
And we look at the points, Mike. JONGRAK's lead at one stage was 47-1, and DENG is catching him up now. So it's going to be interesting. The blue's going to be a key ball here, Mike, as well. I wonder if you develop it in the open very shortly.
Oh, that looks wide.
And
Yeah,
there is the miss.
He has overcut that. I think he's just flipped a little bit of side there to help the potting angle, maybe just a little bit too much. Once again, as we think there's a favourite for the frame, there's an unexpected twist. Now we see JONGRAK back at the table hoping to secure his first frame of the match.
Wow, that's the first time I've seen a ball jump out of the pocket. Unbelievable. Sort of jumped off, looking at the slow motion there, Mike, it jumped off the corner. Jaws there. It's all happening. We talked about it in the beginning of the match. We talked about drama. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's a very unexpected miss there from DENG. I'm not sure if he's got this. No, JONGRAK can see enough of this red. May even be able to pot it if it passes the blue, yeah. So now we have another favourite for this frame.
But don't take anything for granted, and don't blink, because anything can happen. That's a very nice shot there, Mike. I know he's got options, but very nicely done.
Yeah, he's played that perfectly. As snooker players and all kinds of players looking to learn, you should always be playing on an option of balls, and he's positioned the cue ball in a spot where he can play either. It's kind of like break building 101. It's the first thing you learn is to play on more than just one ball.
And JONGRAK is showing why he wants to be top of the group. He's unbeaten, both players. So who would be ranked number 1 in the group? And I'm starting, Mike, to really enjoy this match. The potting and the drama is here already.
Yes, it has everything, and JONGRAK just needs a red in colour to leave DENG in the snooker's required stage. And you couldn't have asked for a better position to be in, just to need frame ball.
He's only 22, Mike. What a future he has ahead of him. Already starring in the Asian Snooker Championships of 2023 on the TV table. He's put in an incredible performance. I'm very impressed, Mike.
Yeah, no, like I said before, both players have got fantastic cue actions, and again, their cue ball was brilliant. He's played an amazing shot there just to develop the blue. I can only imagine both of these players work very, very hard at their game, striving to be the best, striving to be champion this week. And both players would have worked very, very hard this week for this event.
Well, as we watch JONGRAK take that second frame, nicely paused at 1 apiece. Welcome to the Qnb Asian Snooker Championships of 2023. Your host nation, Qatar Doha. Played at Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation. My special guest, Michael Giorgio. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Paul, for having me, and welcome everybody for joining us today on day 4 of the Asian Snooker Championship 2023. It's been a very interesting match so far between these two young talents. Ben comfortably took the first frame, and again Ponrak has just let Deng know that he's here to win the match as well. These both players have qualified in their group, so At the moment they're just playing for the top spot.
Well, it's been a bit of a dramatic battle so far. We've seen some unforced errors, as we have done all the way through on the TV table. For some unknown reason, mysterious things have been happening. The easy ones have been missed, and the in-offs have been incredible. But JONGRAK, for me, Mike, is looking the stronger of the two players.
Yeah, they're both very much composed, and they're both very, very good at controlling the frame once they get the upper hand. They're not taking too many chances, too many risky shots on, and they'll both be wanting that number one spot for seeding purposes. But I think I've just seen... no, he's got away with that. I thought he was going to leave the red to the middle on. But yeah, I'm very impressed with both their safeties as well. It's very rare that you see young players with such a mature safety game, which, as you like, Paul, is quite an entertaining part of the game.
I love the safety battle. To be fair with you, Michael, I don't mind sitting here for 2-3 hours just to watch one game. It's not boring, it's tactical battle all the way through the match, and I certainly enjoy that. I've always liked a little bit of potting, but I do like the safety side of snooker, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this match. As we saw today, if you joined us this morning, the highest break on the TV table is 130, followed by 127. We haven't seen a high break from this match. They are potable, but like I said earlier, DENG has a weakness. Human error is creeping in. He's a great player.
Yeah, so a bit disappointed with that miss. It was a good opportunity to get in again in this frame and score heavily. The Red Bulls are nicely poised. He could easily gain a 50-60 point lead here. But JONGRAK's just looking at a potential 3-ball plant in the pack.
This be some shot, Mike. He's got it.
Yeah, that was very, very well spotted and well worked out. I think he would have been a little bit disappointed with where his cue balls landed. He still does have a tricky blue to the middle. You need to put everything into this pot. He's got red in bulk, and the red in... well, he's got reds everywhere really, but then he is on the black also. Whichever shot he decides, he'll need to put everything into it.
So this is the pressure shot now. He moved there, Mike. He slightly moved.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy shot. He needed to keep his body still also, but I feel like that could have been the frame shot. One there to this side, this third frame, but like I say, I don't think he would have been too pleased with where his cue ball landed off the back of that plant. And now he's presented DENG with a frame winning opportunity here. And it looks perfect on the black also.
So now, break building opportunity for DENG. And once again, he's slowing his pace down. He's being more methodical and more clinical now. Because he knows JONGRAK, he's got his game back. He wants the blue back on the spot as soon as possible. And look at the determination, Mike. Very well focused.
Yes, as a snooker player, this is the dream, just to have balls spread everywhere, and you just don't need to do anything with the cue ball, like he demonstrated there. I think he'll be playing up for the blue here. I believe there was too many reds around the black area. Wanted to make sure of position another colour. He's perfectly on this brown, just needs to drop off one cushion for the red above the green. And he'll be back in control of this break.
Yeah, the reason why he's come off there, Mike, he knows it's important, this brown ball. Doesn't want to give away an easy option.
It was nicely shot. That shot looked a lot more difficult than what it looked. I believe you had to be very accurate. He didn't want the cue ball to run past the green and leave himself snookered. He's definitely still in control in this frame. JONGRAK will be staring at a 2-1 deficit in the face.
And once again, Mike, the score goes into the 32. Taking that brown to the corner. And DENG is getting a nice break going. Nicely done there, Mike.
Yeah, that was nicely judged. Those cushions can sometimes ping the cue ball off a bit faster than they go on there. But he's held it well, and this is perfect position. He's got reds everywhere. I don't think we'll be seeing JONGRAK come back to the table during this round.
I know it's a bit early. It's hard to predict. But let's see what happens.
The balls are almost positioned how you would position them in the club, just spreading them around and practicing your break building around the black area. And this would be I think it's come a little bit too far. You wouldn't have wanted to use the rest for this shot. Just increases that element of risk and that potential for a miss, and it's not easy. You may see him play back up for the blue or the bolt colour. Doesn't want to give himself any reason to decelerate in the shot. Wants to push the cue right through this cue ball.
He's done that nicely, Mike. Stayed up with the black.
He's struck that amazingly well. Got the right amount of spin, played off the two cushions. He's recovered nicely.
This is what I've seen before, Mike. Thing gets into a rhythm, and all of a sudden, the tempo's picked up, and he starts to walk much faster, and more comfortable once the game is won. So he'll go into the 60 points after this black. And the frame is won now, even though there's plenty of points, but the way he's playing is consistency now. I've seen him miss, but
this is frame ball here. He'll be putting everything into it. Doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball. Just it's been the perfect break, really. I think he's only really needed to play one recovery shot in order that. I imagine we'll be seeing a century here.
I hope so, Mike. JONGRAK is only looking on, asking himself, I missed that blue. And the frame is gone. You didn't want to push the pink there, Mike. You might be okay.
I think the red next to the pink still goes into the centre, as we can see there. The frame is won already, so we'll be looking to he'll be wanting to clear the table. That's what we all practice for, is just to score high and just clear the entire table. It's just a good feeling that we get as snooker players. Something I'm sure he's done many, many times.
Red near the pink might go into the middle. Yeah, it was a difficult shot, Mike.
Yeah, just landed a little bit too straight on that black, but nonetheless he'll be happy with that performance. Be happy with that frame winning break, and be happy to be leading the match 2-1.
He's playing very comfortable. Join us for the next game very shortly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Qnb Asian Snooker Championships of 2023. The host nation, Qatar Doha, played at Qatar Billiard Federation. My special guest, Michael Giorgio. Welcome, Michael.
Yes, thank you, Paul. It's been a very, very enjoyable final group match we've had here today between DENG and JONGRAK. Both are phenomenal young talents, and both with bright futures ahead of them. It's evident they've both been working very, very hard for this tournament. I'm just starting to see little cracks appear in JONGRAK's game. I think DENG's putting him under pressure, and we're seeing that evidently.
Well, in the first game, if you've just joined us, there's been a bit of emotion all the way. Both players missing in their first game. Some great potting. It's more or less the same story. In frame 2, the JONGRAK came back with a nice break. So both players are missing, as we see there. Where's the white? Knocked on the door, but he's okay. Good fortune there, Mike.
Yeah, that was a bad miss there by DENG. Very unexpected one as well, but I mean, he's got away with everything. He's put JONGRAK under severe pressure here, accidentally, leaving the cue ball on the bolt cushion. It's almost like he's played an excellent safety shot, but it was a bit of fortune.
The Reds are well open now. JONGRAK has got to get this safe.
I think that's gone terribly wrong there for him. He's left a red to the left centre here. It'll be a risk-free attempt as the cube will be going into the bulk area. And just hold it nicely there for one of the colours. And things just looking a little bit more settled now. It was a lovely 70 break he had in the third frame, just gone. So that'll keep him nice and settled. He'll be knowing that JONGRAK's under a little bit more pressure now. Although they've both qualified, they'll still be wanting that number one spot in their group.
When we talk about number one, seeded to go through the knockout stages, it was very important. And also their debut for JONGRAK on the TV table was put in an incredible performance. And what a nice split that, Mike. Possible contention. Nice 40-50 break. He is playing well, Mike.
Yeah, he just looks very, very settled, doesn't he? I'm very impressed by how mature he's looking on the TV table. I'm not sure how much he's competed back home in China on similar setups during the national competitions, but it looks like he's done this thousands of times. It's great signs of a mature player, especially somebody so young also. I don't think I'd be able to handle the pressure like that. So
Mike, we don't really talk about the high break, but little 30 or 40 we go from there, Mike, because we have seen human error where he's missed, so we don't want to build him up too much for a century break, but he's certainly there for a century, Mike.
yes, his earlier split spread the reds perfectly actually, and there's no areas where he needs to develop anything, so he just, once again, he needs to keep close control of his cue ball, not take too many risky shots, stay disciplined, and yeah, he should be leading this match 3-1 after this visit. But should it go that way, I mean, if you were sitting in JONGRAK's chair, how would you be planning to come bring yourself back into this match? What would you do? Yeah.
Hope that human error happens. Hope there's a miss. And just hope. That's all you can do. But one thing is for sure, Mike. He's representing his country. He's qualified through the group. And all the nation is watching. His family are watching. He wants to go out there and show his country why he is there and qualified. You couldn't have asked for a better opportunity to do that at the Asian Snooker Championships here in Qatar, Doha, the host nation for one of the biggest tournaments in the country. So congratulations to JONGRAK. I know you're trailing and this young man is playing fantastic. But what an achievement, Mike, to be there. So that's how I would deal with it, Mike.
Yes, he's obviously come through the national qualifiers and tournaments he has back home in Thailand, and he's clearly gathered quite a lot of success and possibly competition wins back home. So, you know, he's here, he's representing his country proudly, he's doing a great job. His job to qualify through the group has already been achieved, and I think tomorrow when the knockout stages start, that's when the competition begins for the majority of these players. If things are nervous now, they're going to get a lot worse tomorrow, that's for sure.
And Qatar Billiard Federation have joined forces with one of the biggest TV countries, is Alcast. They're amazing. They've put on this show here with the camera set up, and this is broadcasted all over the country So congratulations to Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation and the organisation, and of course the official table, Haraka Classic Performance. As we're watching, Mike, and it all happened. Misread in the opening by JONGRAK. Right over the pocket.
Yeah, that loose safety shot is it's all it takes in this game to be losing frames, especially when you're playing somebody of this calibre. As we'll see the black disappear for DENG's second 60 plus in this match consecutively. It looks like there's many more points to come. And he'll only be needing red and one more black to leave JONGRAK where the snooker is required. But it just doesn't look like missing. It's like he's been in this position thousands of times and is very mature for his age.
Well, Mike, are we looking at a possible contender for the title? We have news for you. For Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation, Bashar has qualified in his group, and Ali O'Bailey has qualified. But right now, this young man is a contender for the title, Mike. He's looking in great form. What do you think?
Yes, as you said earlier, we had Bashar Abdul Majid needed to win his final group match against Palestine's finest, and he prevailed. He played very well in that match. I was watching it. It was just unbelievable to watch. He dug deep and pulled out a great victory there. So for him, he'll be playing the knockout stage tomorrow in the last 32. And as you said as well, Ali Al-Obaidli, the Qatari #1 in both pool and snooker. He comfortably got through his group, seeing off South Korea's HAOHUI 4-3 in a decider. But he's topped his group and is actually seeded through to the last 16, which will be starting tomorrow at 4 PM also.
Wow.
So we want to wish them both the very best of luck this week in this competition. They both practice very hard for it. But as we see, it's going to take something special for somebody to beat DENG HAOHUI the way he's playing right now. It just looks robotic.
Yeah, he wanted to kiss the red off, getting a nice break. But as we're seeing now, Mike, and the viewers around the world, in all the countries, this young man has put on a tremendous performance for his country, taking it into the 3-1 lead. Might lead the double here after the blue, Mike. Possibility. Oh, it knocked on the door. He wanted it to go in. He was going to take a double. Join us in the next frame. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Qnb Asian Snooker Championships of 2023. Your host nation, Qatar Doha, played at Qatar Billiard Snooker Federation. My special guest, Michael Giorgio. Welcome.
Thank you, Paul. Yes, and for those of you who have joined us, it's been a great final group match here between China's DENG HAOHUI and Thailand's JONGRAK BOONROD. There hasn't been too many chances for JONGRAK during this match. DENG's been very clinical in taking his chances and punishing JONGRAK when mistakes have been made. He's got a big job ahead of him, JONGRAK, if he's to come out successful. Like I said earlier, they've both qualified from their group, so they'll be fighting for that number one spot. But it's currently DENG who has the advantage here over JONGRAK.
And if you've just seen us, we talk about unforced errors. Unfortunately, JONGRAK has made one. And we've already seen consistency break building by DENG. And unfortunately, JONGRAK hasn't performed to his best. You can't afford Mike to make a mistake due to the fact of the score. 3-1. It just goes to show the standard of the game. It's very high in this match.
I'm not sure if DENG was looking to land on the brown there. Obviously he's got quite a large pack of reds there which he wants to open up as soon as possible. I think most players would have gone off trying to leave a nice angle off the blue and just to open the reds perfectly. But he will want to see this match out as soon as possible.
Mike, what's really impressed me is the way DENG is played. His second appearance on the TV table, he is playing like he's in the final every time. He really is giving everything he has. Even though he's missed the pack, it shows the way he is playing. His attacking safety, his potting ability. He is definitely a contender for this title, Mike, and he wants to get to that final. How do you feel about this young man?
No, I fully agree with you there. He's just that shot alone there with the brown. Just shows how confident he is, and he just wants to win. He just wants to get in, open the reds up, make a big break, and not let his opponent come to the table. And so far he's been doing a great job of that, but there's no reason why he cannot be a serious contender for this title. He's only young, so there's still plenty of years of experience to come into it. But it will take something very, very special to beat DENG in this form, I feel, personally.
I'm not going to give up on JONGRAK. I have seen something during every session on the TV table, something very special. What happens to the player when they're behind in the match? They tend to relax and things do happen, and good fortune goes their way. So I believe, I know it's early and it is a prediction, I feel that JONGRAK will make a comeback. You're going to have to stay tuned to see what happens. But right now, DENG has got this red to the corner, and it's not easy because he has missed one or two of these already. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, JONGRAK's going to be dreading every mistake on a safety shot. He's going to be fearing that it's his last shot. DENG's feeling good. I think he'll be fancying this long red and he can stun it. But again, he's caught a few of those too thin today. I believe it's a good sign. He's not hitting it too thick, and he's been fortunate enough not to open the reds up even more. Yeah, he's left JONGRAK an opening red here.
What a great shot, Mike. We talked about the determination of this young man as we watch the replay. We are going to witness a comeback. I believe that, Mike. The pink goes, Mike. Oh, he's just got it. Well done. I didn't know the pink went there, Mike. We didn't have an overhead shot. But I feel, Mike, he's amongst the balls already.
Yes, you did call this comeback. It's a little bit too early to be calling it just now, but very, very fortunate that the pink does pass. It does spot. But with the Reds' position the way they are, that he's probably going to try and work out how he can open these up a little bit more. He does have an angle now to disturb a few. Doesn't want to do anything too unpredictable. And that's worked out perfectly, sending that red over the corner pocket. Just checking now to see if the pink will spot and still pots into the corner pocket. And if it does, it will be business as usual for him.
As you can see, Mike, it is early. We can't do that prediction because I've learned, as well as you've learned, anything can happen on the TV table. Stay tuned. Where's the white? Oh, he's just missed the knuckle there, Mike. He almost went in. So it is starting to feel again. The drama is back. Now he has missed this blue before with a lot of pace. But I have noticed one thing, Mike. He's slowed down the way he's playing the mental side of the game. He's being more clinical. Yes, he's getting back into it, Mike. He's not taking any chances. He had the angle to get into the blue, the pack from the blue, but he's being more clinical. Well done, JONGRAK, for coming back here. A big performance. And this will knock on the door with the confidence of DENG and say, I'm giving everything I have. And look at the points, Mike. He's starting to pull away.
Yeah, it's still early in this frame. The black is tied up, and I don't think the pink pots in all corners or all pockets. So still has a lot of work to do with this cue ball. This frame is far from over. But JONGRAK will be very happy to be at the table, and now just picking balls off, manoeuvring the white. Regardless of the scoreline, you can tell this player has serious talent, and he has the potential to even win an event like this. Even at such a young age, he's got such a strong technique. He's a good snooker brain. He's very mature for his age. So I think we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the future.
Do you feel he'd try to come above the blue there, Mike?
I'm not sure if he was playing for the pink or the blue. I think the pink does pass into the opposite corner pocket, but he's just gone a bit too high up the table there. So it'll be a long blue into the corner. Just wants to score back for the below the cluster of reds, which is done perfectly.
At what stage, Mike, would you start developing the black into play?
I mean, he doesn't actually need to. If he can pick a few more reds off, maybe open that cluster that he has near the pink, he'd be more than happy to just leave the black there. If he does, break down during this visit, he can know that the black is tied up, and then won't have the opportunity to score as high. Eventually we'll need to free that, so it's quite a clever move just to leave the black ball where it is.
Did you see the pink jump there, Mike? Is it the pace?
Yeah, it could be the pace. He may have had a slight heavy contact, which could...
Wow, and where's the white, Mike? The drama has turned back again. Unbelievable. All of a sudden, we've seen it time and time again. The drama is back. the white we watch go in to the middle pocket. JONGRAK will be devastated to see that happen, as the comeback now is slipping away. He's potted that beautiful, and the tremendous pressure there. It might not look like a pressure shot, but it certainly was because of the lead on the scoreboard. And he didn't want to leave anything in the open for JONGRAK, because look at that red to the corner, even though he took the pink there.
Excellent pink. He just tried to open the reds off of that shot, but I don't think he had enough running side. But he's fortunate enough to land on this red to the left, and screwing back will open the reds up, and he'll be looking to play on the blue or the. It won't be happy with where the pinks landed. Like I said, the black is still tied up where JONGRAK has not developed it earlier on, and it's just provided a little bit of assurance for JONGRAK to revisit the table. There's still a lot of work to do here with DENG.
Mikey pots them like they're over the pocket. Incredible performance so far from this young man.
Yeah, I think having a technique as strong as his always does help in those situations, and it made that look so easy, didn't he? He must work on his technique so much, because that is what is going to help you through those pressured situations and those long shots. You need to keep your body still, you need to be consistent every time you take a shot. And I had JONGRAK thought maybe DENG would break down on this visit. He's just played a perfect recovery shot and continued like nothing's happened.
You come too high there, Mike. The hold for the two reds. I think he might be okay. What do you feel?
Yeah, well, I think he'd be more happier there than he would be if he was on the other side of the blue. It was just a nice natural angle to come off one cushion for the two reds near the pink spot. He's looking very, very good in this visit. It would not surprise me if we see him close the match off at this attempt.
I feel that the two reds around the black are going to be the key. He hasn't come up far enough, Mike. He's a little bit low. The two reds near the black, for me, will be the key balls in the match. When you consider the point system, he's already almost caught up with JONGRAK.
I think he does have enough angle to actually manoeuvre the white in and out of bulk. He'll need to use some power out of topspin, as you can see the cue ball arc there before the topspin comes into effect. He's played that extremely well, and again, when we thought he wasn't in position, just pulls out a fantastic recovery shot and is able to continue the break.
Going to see the cue ball in the replay jumping, Mike. So this key ball now, he's done it well. So he's got a couple options. He hasn't got the angle to disturb him, I don't think, Mike. Maybe off the green, a possibility? Or does he need to?
He's just come round to have a look at the red putting, the highest red putting into the right hand corner pocket. I think he'll be aiming to land. He doesn't want to open the balls up completely here. The green is tricky and he's played it well, but now he's left himself an angle where he will need to disturb something.
So this, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, is a key red for the match. If he opens this up, it's all over. Stay tuned. perfect, Mike. The pink into the corner. Couldn't have asked for any better split than that.
And that pink wipes its feet on its way into the pocket.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that was probably match ball there. It's been an excellent break considering where the balls were positioned when he first came to the table. And it just looks like he's settling even more and more the longer the match goes on. And JONGRAK is going to be fearing the worst right now. There aren't any tricky balls for DENG to attempt. Just needs to keep the same technique, the same tempo, the same control that he's been keeping all through the match. And it would not surprise me if we see a 4-1 victory wrapped up there.
Well, we talked about a contender for the title. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the players who will go ranked number 1 through his group. Looks like he will win the match. He has played very well. Consistency in potting, Mike. I believed JONGRAK was going to do a comeback. I just sensed he was going to do a comeback. But an unforced error could only watch the match slip away.
Yes, and as we see the green disappear, JONGRAK will be requiring snookers at this stage. It's been a phenomenal performance by the young man. If I'm going to say honestly, he's playing like a seasoned professional here. Somebody who's been playing for 20 years. Instead of being 20 years old, it looks like he's had 20 years of experience. He must have had a cue in his hand when he was born. It's been remarkable.
Well, I'd like to say on behalf of Qatar Billiard Federation, thank you very much, Michael, for joining me in the commentary booth. Stay tuned for us tomorrow as we have more live action. That's goodbye from myself and goodbye from Michael. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Paul. See you soon. Thank you.